Good afternoon everybody and welcome to another video from Untitled Travels. So today I'm in Narva, and Narva is a border town between, well, it's in Estonia, but it's close to the Russian border, so I'm going to be here for a few hours today. Now it's not my first time here, so yeah, I've been here a few times before, and I actually quite like this city because it's something of a mix between Russia and Europe. So this is probably the most Russian city in the whole of the European Union. And now, if you're negotiating the border here and you need to kill some time, then I highly recommend going in there. You can go into KFC there and get a coffee, and they have very, very good Wi-Fi in this shopping center, which is a bit surprising because those of you that saw my Tallinn video a while back will remember that I was complaining about the Wi-Fi rather a lot. So yeah, it's very nice in there to chill out. Now everybody, it's going to be difficult for me to make a video in Narva with all my baggage, so I put it in a shopping trolley. I'm going to take it around Narva, which could be difficult because there's quite a lot of snow around. So let's have a walk around. As you can see, there's been a lot of snow here in Narva. Oh, fiddlesticks. Здравствуйте. Как дела? Вы понимаете английский? Нет. Я из Англии, но мой русский не очень хорошо.
YouTube-канал?
YouTube-канал, да. Высокий путешествует. Untitled Travels.
Как называется?
Ага. English. Я живу в Санкт-Петербург. Да.
Понятно.
Нарва, красивый город.
Да.
Ты живешь здесь?
Я живу здесь уже 18 лет.
18 лет? Wow. Да. Вам нравится?
Да.
Да. Может быть, потом ты хочешь иду в Европу или Европа, да. Где? Германия, Великобритания?
Я хочу больше всего или в Америку, или в Германию.
Америку и в Германию, да. Да, много старых людей здесь и меньше людей тут. Окей, как его зовут?
Кого? Меня зовут?
Да.
Матвей.
Пат.
Матвей.
Матвей. Саша, очень приятно. До свидания.
До свидания.
There we go. Now everybody. So everybody, there's a lot of old codgers here in Estonia, as you can see. So like I was saying to the guy there, there's a lot of young people in the city and even more old people, but nothing really in between. Yeah, like I said everybody, I was just chilling out inside that shopping center there, and I went into the supermarket to buy some food, and I was absolutely shocked by the prices in there, really. Like, a lot of the products I was looking at were even more expensive than in the UK. Ooh. Toiletries, oh my god, they were double the price compared to the UK a lot of time, like 5 or 6 euros for a small tube of toothpaste. €6 for some toothpaste, a small tube of toothpaste. €9, oh my god. In England, this is £1 in a pound shop. I just cannot believe these prices, guys, for toiletries. Unbelievable. Now, to be honest, this shopping trolley is not the best for negotiating the streets of Narva, but they didn't have any big ones. So yeah, guys, I think that a sizable percentage of the population of Narva is ethnic Russian. So yeah, Russian is very widely spoken here. I think pretty much everybody speaks a bit of Russian. When you go into supermarkets and shops and stuff like that, they're all speaking Russian. This has given me a dose of reality, guys, to see the difference in prices between Russia and Estonia. So I just had a look at some quick products in the supermarket, and eggs, for example, are double the price here compared to Russia. So for a pack of 10 eggs, it was like €3 or something like that. Now, one of the first things I noticed coming into Estonia from Russia is that people actually stop on pedestrian crossings, which is nice because they're trying to run you over in Russia. All right, everybody, so we got a big Lidl here. You know you're in the European Union when you see a Lidl. So here it is, everybody, the focal point of life in Narva, Lidl's. No, I'm not going to go inside because it looks like every other charmless Lidl in Europe. I mean, look how crap this looks. Wow, everybody, look at that communist-style building with the funny thing on top. There's lots of aerials on the top of it. Whoa, this thing's going pretty fast on the ice. And there we have yet another Rimi. I think that's a national supermarket in Estonia. Oh, what have we got here? The Irish Embassy. The unofficial Irish Embassy in Narva. Now, I'm doubting that an actual Irish guy runs this pub, because I'm sure there's very few Western expats in Narva. There'll be a few in Tallinn, of course, and maybe some of the other larger cities, but there we go. Jugid drinks. Sounds nice. So guys, Estonia is one of the smallest countries in Europe. Can't quite remember what the population is, but it's something like 1.5 million or something like that, which is, yeah, it's tiny. It's like the size of some cities in Europe. So yeah, you might have heard about depopulation in this part of the world. This was exacerbated when the Baltic states joined the European Union. All of a sudden, people, young people especially, they disappeared elsewhere in Europe to the UK, Germany and other countries. So yeah, I can see it here in Narva. There's also about 100,000 e-residents in Estonia. So yeah, they launched this a few years ago, I think, and it's been pretty popular. So you can have the benefits of having residency in Estonia without actually having to live in Estonia. Whoa, look over there, everybody. An abandoned house. It looks like it would have been really nice back in the day. There's a place here called Retro. I'm guessing it's very Soviet inside. And here we have some scruffy looking shop fronts. I don't know why they don't fix their awnings. God, what a terrible state. Whoa! Almost lost all my luggage there, everybody. Let's go this way. Hawaii Express, what on earth can that be? Kuradi Grill. Okay, it's a bike shop. I don't know why they called it Hawaii Express, but sure they've got their reasons. You don't have to go far from the center in Narva for the pavements to start disintegrating. Now in a very industrial part of town. This looks like a school over here. And look, they got some street art or mosaic. Narva Linarhiv. Okay, looks like my shopping trolley adventure has ended down this street. Wow, everybody, more abandoned buildings in the distance. This is a theme I've seen in Estonia when I've been passing through the country. There seems to be a lot of abandoned properties, which is hardly surprising. Look at this, fantastic. It's a shame that's gone to rack and ruin. So everybody, Narva is not the kind of place a digital nomad would move to, unless, you know, you had a girlfriend or a boyfriend or some kind of connection to the city, or maybe you had a job here. I can't imagine doing what, but now right behind me to the left over there is a border, and I didn't want to film it because, you know, tensions are pretty high between Estonia and Russia at the moment. So I don't want to make people paranoid. Don't want them to think I'm a spy. Got some nice buildings across the road there. Interesting color, pinky, orangey. I'm not going to go too far in that direction because I have to go back up the hill, but yeah, there's some supermarkets down there and shops and whatnot. Let's go back in this direction. Now, if you wanted to live in Narva, I think it'll be pretty cheap for housing if you wanted to rent an apartment or buy an apartment here. But utility bills would be expensive because they've weaned themselves off cheap Russian gas. If there was some kind of war here in Estonia, if Russia made an incursion, you'd think that these ethnic Russian babushkas, when they get the call from Russia, they'll get out their AK-47s and start shooting. Right, guys, so it shows you a lot of the center of Narva. It's not a big place. I'm not quite sure what the population is, but yeah, it's a town rather than a city, I think. To summarize, Narva is not a bad little town. I mean, you know, it's interesting to come out of Russia once in a while and see something different. So it's a mixture, yeah, between Russia and the European Union. You know, things in a little bit better condition than Evangerod over the other side of the river. But in the center, at least, you can see when you get off into the side streets, it's still pretty messed up. Oh, there's one of the Lux Express buses, look. So this is the main bus company in the Baltics. So they go to St. Petersburg, Riga, Tallinn, all over the place, and very, very comfortable, especially they got some super duper buses with, you know, reclining seats and all that jazz. So yeah, everybody, I'm not sure why foreigners would come to live in Estonia. Like I said, maybe if you had a partner here or something like that. But I don't think it's really a digital nomad hotspot, apart from that e-residency thing I was telling you about, because it's expensive here. I've driven through from here to Tallinn and onwards to the other Baltic states, and I'm sure there's some very nice scenery, but you know, you have nice scenery in a lot of other places. But who knows, if you're the quiet type that likes empty spaces and wilderness and quiet, then maybe Estonia is a place for you. To be honest, I've seen a scattering of beautiful ladies here in Narva, and if one of them said to me, Sasha, come and live here in Narva with me, I'd probably say yes. Right, everybody, so that's it from me. The border is just around this corner. I'm going to dump my Rimi shopping trolley here, take my bagage. So there it is, everybody, Narva in Estonia. What can I say? A pleasant town. Okay, everybody, so I've completed my border run. Now I want to give you some specifics for doing this border run. So I have to leave Russia every 30 days. Now there's a minibus service that takes me to Evangerod. Now Evangerod is a Russian border town, and then I walk across on foot to Narva in Estonia. Now the minibus, I think it took about 2 hours or something like that. It's a very nice minivan. spacious, fast, and I think it was 600 rubles, so very cheap. The pickup point for this minibus in St. Petersburg is at the Bucharestaya metro station. So you go out of the metro station and you turn right, and it's there on the street waiting for you. So I'm going to give you the contact details now. Right, now when the minibus gets to Vangorod, the driver will ask you if you want him to take you directly to the border, because some people actually get off in the town of Vangorod. So he can take you right up to the border, and be aware that there's a checkpoint before you get to Vangorod. So there's a police checkpoint, and this is started because of the SMO. So there's nothing serious, they just check your passport and that's it. Now everybody, I've got a passport from a so-called friendly country. So as yet, I haven't had any issues at the border, but if you're from a Western country like America or the UK, you are going to be questioned at the border. It's highly likely. So I know many people have been questioned at the border, and it's going to take you a couple of hours, so be prepared for that. And that's when leaving the country as well as when entering the country. Now, as to what actually happens at the border, what the questioning is all about, I don't know, to be honest. The people I know that have had it to them haven't divulged. So what I do know is that they're going to take your phone. So they're going to take your phone, and they're going to take your IMEI number, your identification number for your phone, so they can track you. Also, they may go through your photos and your Telegram account or something like that. So if you've got any dodgy OnlyFans photos, you might want to delete those, but I'm pretty sure they're not going to be interested in that kind of thing. Now guys, what you can do, and I haven't tested this yet, is you don't actually need to go to Estonia to do a border run. So when you pass Russian customs control, after you've been checked out of Russia and they've taken your immigration card, when you go past that point a bit, there's some kind of place on the path where you can just go right back in and enter Russia again. So then you'll get a new immigration card. So I haven't tried this yet, but I want to do this on the next visit. So just to reiterate, you can get questions going out of the country as well as coming into the country. So when I was leaving Russia, they had a look through my suitcase. They said, what is this? What is that? Where are you going? Blah, blah, blah. What are you doing in Russia? So I told them, you know, the truth, and everything was okay. So when you get to Estonia, they're going to have some questions for you as well. They're going to say, where are you going? And, you know, which hotel are you staying in? Which flight are you taking? Do you have a ticket for that flight? By the way, I told them I was taking a flight to the UK, and they said, do you have a ticket for that flight? I just said no, and they didn't say anything, so it was okay. Now, when you're going back into Russia from Estonia, be aware that there's some kind of rule where you're not allowed to take more than about 100 euros worth of currency into Russia. So they have a ban on taking hard euros into the country, but there's supposed to be some kind of thing where you can say it's for your personal use, and then you'll be able to. So I haven't had any problems yet. I've taken in quite a few euros, and if you're worried about it, there's some exchange offices in Narva where you can exchange, you know, euros, dollars, or what have you. So if you do have some euros and you're worried about it, you can go to one of these exchange booths and change into dollars. You'll have no problems taking dollars into Russia, or you can exchange into rubles. So the rate when I was checking these booths was not too bad, not terrible. Now, other things to talk about the border run. Getting from St. Petersburg to Vangorod, there's that minibus that I was talking about, but there's also a public bus apparently. I haven't tried it. And there's a train maybe like once a day or something like that, but it doesn't take you all the way. And going back from going into Russia and towards St. Petersburg, if for some reason maybe you missed your minibus, oh, a friend has taken BlaBlaCar to go from the border to St. Petersburg, so that's another option for you. Also, If you get stuck, you can take a taxi from Ivangorod to Kingisepp, which is the next biggest town. It's not a very expensive taxi, maybe 3 or 4 euros, something like that. And from Kingisepp, you can take a public bus to St. Petersburg. So that's about everything I think I have to tell you, the logistics of the border run. They've already closed down, there was 2 border crossings at Narva, and they've already closed 1. So everybody's hoping that the second one doesn't get closed in the future, but until then everything's good. I hope you found this video useful, everybody. So it's good night from here in St. Petersburg. Take care of yourselves, and I'll have the next video uploaded soon. Bye bye.